Or your sick units? Here's everything that went pear-shaped this week. Welcome to the weekly Yeah Nah. It's the worst car-related idea since me mate Dazza tried to siphon petrol out of a Tesla. The T doesn't stand for turbo diesel, Dazza. CCTV in South Australia caught two absolute space cadets trying to move a stolen hay bale by squeezing it between two moving cars. They cut a farm fence like a couple of country ninjas, then tried to drive downhill with the bale in the middle. It started to fall apart immediately, of course. The two men are wanted on charges of thinking like a cartoon character. Probably. We all know that humanoid robots are completely predictable and not scary. Therefore, Japan Airlines is trialling humanoid robots as baggage handlers at Tokyo airports. They say the robots are incredibly efficient. They're able to lose your luggage 10 times faster than a human.
Smoko mode activated.
We should try something like this in Australia and replace politicians with robot vacuums. They both suck and go in circles, but the vacuum actually earns its keep. The golden rule when smuggling gear is don't stand out at the airport. So naturally, these 22 monks in bright orange robes, who were also reportedly enjoying the airline food a bit too much, got busted in Sri Lanka with 110 kilos of cannabis hidden in false walls of their luggage. The monks are now facing charges of trafficking and also probably of making every other monk so paranoid that they're wrapping their luggage in massive amounts of that Glad wrap shit. News of the story has hit home in Australia with applications to become monks surging amongst certain demographics. Massive story, an attempted assassination of President Trump at a White House dinner. The assassin had multiple knives, a shotgun, a handgun. I've seen Terminator movies with less firepower.
I'm looking for a cold beer, and don't try to fool me with that zero alcohol shit.
Trump's okay. They'll charge the guy with attempted murder, but honestly, with that arsenal, they should also charge him with having enough gear to make a sick action movie and being a dickhead instead. Lift your game, mate. Haha, you're extinct. Again. Last week, a 100-foot animatronic dinosaur at a theme park in Wichita, Kansas, caught fire after a lightning strike. I'm calling it. This is the most metal thing that's ever happened in Kansas. Except for that bloke. The fire department eventually put it out, but honestly, they should just retire now. They've completed firefighting. Every job from now on, they'll be chasing that flaming dinosaur high that never comes. Even the dark web said nah to your organs.
We don't want to buy your povo liver. We know how much piss you Aussies drink.
That sucks. You probably needed that sweet liver cash to pay the rent, because new rental data says median income earners can only afford 13% of rentals in Australia. If you're on JobSeeker, it's even worse, with only one property nationwide being affordable. And that property's probably listed as your parents' spare room.
I wish our son would finally move out.
Shut up, Gavin, you cunt. He's only 8. Smugglers who'd strapped 184 game discs to their bodies got nicked trying to cross into mainland China from Hong Kong. Authorities got a clue that something was a bit off when they put the blokes through the X-ray machine. In other news, me Photoshop skills suck. But seriously, the customs officers got sus when they noticed the blokes were, quote, walking stiffly. I mean, the blokes could have just said, it's not the games, I'm just happy to see ya, you big sexy middle-aged customs officer you. It's not a beer gut, it's a monument to weekends and weekdays and pretty much any day that ends with Y. That's the kind of logic being used by President Trump, who insists the Iran war isn't a war. Nah, it's just a military operation, that's all. Reports say the reason he's saying that is if the US is involved in combat for more than 60 days, Congress has to approve it for it to continue, and it's been about that long. It's like when you don't get approval from the missus to continue drinking beers, so you do the right thing. You switch to rum. That's us done, legends. Stay out of trouble, stay hydrated, click subscribe if you get a sec, and I'll see you next week for more cooked headlines and elite nonsense.